afternoon, everybody. This is your favorite show with your favorite co-host, Jamire McKeel with,
James Jerwitz.
and this is J&J Sports, you guys. I hope y'all having a great afternoon. We got a lot to cover, ain't that right, James?
We do.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot to cover. So the first thing we have up though is Adrian Broner versus Jovanie Santiago. They just fought recently. James, did you watch that fight? I don't know if you
I got some of the highlights of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching it. It was a really good fight. Honestly, and the fact that I liked how Adrian Broner played in this fight. And I know this is his first fight after 4 years, they said, I believe. 4 years after fighting. And it's just honestly, he didn't miss a step. I mean, most of the I would say first to fifth rounds was just him dodging and weaving Santiago's every hit. Um, so the main thing that I noticed was I believe it was the end of the fourth round. Santiago he had took a cheap shot at Broner. I guess when the time was up. I don't know if he was kind of upset that he wasn't hitting him as much or like what kind of inspired from that. What do you think? Why do you think he took that shot?
So that was the end of the fourth round. So
Yeah.
uh, do you think they were maybe he was getting tired by then? And
I
like
feel like part of it, he was probably tired, but at the same time, I feel like because he tried to land a punch at that last second or two, and he missed. But I guess um
so
Broner kind of
it was considered a clean hit though by the ref?
I don't think so because it was like the timer was up, and then
Okay.
they both was kind of still Santiago threw the first swing, and then Broner kind of hit him a little bit, but Santiago just was just going crazy after that. Like after Broner kind of reached for him and stuff like that, and the ref had to push him back. Like, hold on, like chill. Cause I feel like Santiago, he kind of initially tried to do that, like after the timer is up. And I feel like, when the timer is up and the boxer is still trying to continue to hit somebody, I feel like, something should happen,
Of course.
because
It
um
it also sounds like I think Santiago underestimated Broner because Broner had been away for so long.
for a minute, and I think that's what kind of, and I was just as I was watching, I just Broner kind of gave me that Floyd Mayweather technique. I know one of his famous quotes is like, in order to give good hits, you got to take hits. So I feel like Broner was taking a lot of body shots, especially like after the fourth round, he was taking a lot of body shots from him. But he was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till my time comes, because he was bobbing and weaving them for most of those rounds. So I felt like Santiago kind of got tired. And the reason I say that is because you can tell in the eighth round, Santiago he had did a split with his legs. He had split his legs after Broner kind of hit him a little bit. You can tell from his stance that he was getting tired. Like he could barely stand, like still, in a one
Wobble.
boxing stance. Yeah. So that kind of, you could tell by that time it's like, okay, he's tired, but the reason he was tired because he had all those hits in the beginning. He kind of should have had that approach where, okay, we're gonna wait till the time comes. If I got an open look, get him, stuff like that. But it was just a lot of dodging and weaving.
I assume Broner was probably training during those 4 years. Like maybe
Yeah,
training like as a boxer specifically, but I'm sure he was keeping up some of the regimens from his boxing regimen.
it's like he already had his technique ready before the fight. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Um, and he obviously can take hits because he took a lot of body shot hits, especially kind of when they slowed down and zoomed in on the hits. They were massive, but he still was, he didn't get hit in the face as much. It was just body. Um, and then, he was getting tired. He didn't knock him down, but you can tell that, Broner had the most hits. Because, like, if you look closely, like, he was dodging most of those hits from Santiago. So, um,
If you could take the beating, the body shots are probably preferable to getting hit in the head, I bet.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. If you can take that, I mean, you pretty much good. And you keep, he had his hands up, he was blocking. He had his strategy. I guess his strategy was like, okay, let me get you tired, so that way I can come in and do my thing for the end. So, I mean, who do you feel like won that fight though?
I think Broner did. From
Yeah,
I was just watching the highlights, and from what I was seeing, it was Broner all the way.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I feel like it was mostly him. I feel like he definitely deserved to win this fight. So based off this fight, what do you say for like Broner's like the fights coming up? Do you feel like he should be okay?
I think he's going to be fine, and I guess you got to wonder if it's going to eventually catch up to him, considering this was his return from 4 years away. If stacking those rounds and fights and stuff together, if
Right.
that's going to start to add up and maybe slow him down after his time away.
Yeah, definitely.
He's aged 4 years, but with age also comes wisdom and experience. So
Why? Yeah, I feel like young fighters they play good, but once you get older as a fighter, you start playing wiser and you start thinking, you know, get the other opponent tired or get them in a position where, you know, they only have one option, or something like that. So I feel like that's kind of what happened during this fight. It was a good fight, honestly. Good fight
rely
to
more
me.
so on like strategy than just trying to overpower them.
Yeah, right. Strategy instead of just hitting hard hits, because anybody can hit hard hits, but what strategy do you have to tire the person out or um get a knockout? You know what I mean? So I feel like that was Broner's mindset versus Santiago. I feel like Santiago was just trying to hurt. He was hitting like those hits trying to, you know what I mean? Like hit that nerve, kind of what happened with Jovanie Davis hitting your boy. I feel like he was trying to had that approach with it. But
It
yeah.
obviously didn't work though.
Yeah, it didn't work. Definitely. He definitely took most of those hits. So yeah, it was a good fight. Like I said, we'll see the future of Broner. Like I said, I like him as a boxer. I know he's very much older. So I feel like he still got a little something in the tank. So we definitely will see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that one.